welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round number 11 for Season 5 F1 2018 Career Mode. We're back with another video today, another live streamed video for Season 5, yes, of F1 2018. We're going to kick things off then with round number 11, Germany, of course. We're 29 points after Britain, after the Silverstone Grand Prix. From 4 points behind, now 29 points behind. So we've made, Alonso's taken a massive swing in his favour, the championship has. But we're looking to come back here in Germany, take at least 7 points away from Alonso to take a big dent into Alonso's championship, of course, here today. And by the way, happy Easter. Well, not happy Easter just yet, but happy Easter for anyone who celebrates Easter. You know, I'm pretty sure many of you do or don't, I don't know. But yeah, happy Easter. And by the way, for anyone who does celebrate it, because obviously there'll be no video this weekend. As you guys know, I don't do videos on the weekends, of course. And the next one will be on Monday, and we'll be back with modern car versus classic car for, you know, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix edition. And effectively, that is my way of doing a preview video for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Anyway, let's get into round number 11 then here, shall we, for the German Grand Prix. And obviously, we're entering now the final 11 Grand Prix of this career mode. And obviously, hopefully, we should have this really ended, this career mode, by mid-May. Okay, so obviously, that will be the latest. We should have this career mode finished by, at the latest. And we're only going to find out and see. But yeah, hopefully we can get it finished by then. And if we can, that'd be great. If we can't, then oh well. We'll get on with then another, you know. I want to get it finished before F1 2019 comes out, the new game, of course, which I cannot wait for. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get on with this first practice program. Just going to do the usual here today, pick up the necessary resource points, make it nice and easy for ourselves. Not too difficult, simple does it, the way I see. And then that's it, really. Not the best exit through there. Obviously, in previous seasons on this circuit, I've done fairly well around here. You know, it seems to me a circuit I tend to go well at in the past. So hopefully that will stay the same here today. Having a bit of difficulty though in this hairpin. Just going to use a flashback here. So getting red there. Oh well. As long as we get green on first, that won't be too disappointed. Right now, car feels quite nice, I must say. As we head through final corner, up towards the line, about a second off. So I want to get a bit closer right now to Verstappen's time. If we can get within about a few tenths of that, that'd be brilliant. Right now, only a little bit down, just under a tenth of a second. We head up again into this hairpin. Clip the apex. Lovely stuff through there. Down this straight here. Into now this mid-section. About half a second down right now. Which ain't too bad, considering we're on medium tyres right now. He's on that. So, that was fairly good. Just under, like, very, very close to actually doing fastest lap there. So that's very, very good actually. Right, we're going to put on a car now setup. Obviously, we're going to go pretty for a similar setup that we tend to use regularly. So yeah, that's really the setup. For whatever reason though, that setup just works everywhere, honestly. Whatever circuit you go to, it works. Like, yeah, last race was a race to forget. Like, but it wasn't really the setup, I don't think. I just feel like, okay, whilst we didn't have a great lap at all throughout the weekend, we did get caught out by a safety car in the last race, which screwed us over. Hopefully this race, we won't have anything catching us. Hopefully we can just have a clean weekend. That is the plan. Alright, first sector. And we have done the quickest first sector of anyone so far. Two tenths down right now in that middle section.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
So only a tenth down. That's rather good, obviously. Showing we've got the race pace. So 2 tenths up here. We're right now, I believe, matching what Vettel's done so far in this lap.
Okay, super job so
More or
far.
less
We're getting
matched
great data. Stay
Sebastian. So 2 tenths more or less down in that first. If we weren't 2 tenths down there, that would have been fastest lap. And we're 2 tenths up this time in the first. I think that's what's below this lap. So far we haven't got in a clean lap just yet on this track, but it's okay because the car's there or more or less there, which is good. That wasn't great. This final lap of the session or this program hasn't been great at all. Oh dear, that wasn't great. Just gonna go back to here, sort of thing, because we, yeah, haven't had the best. We're not even gonna get the.
We needed to improve on that.
This lap's invalid, don't it? Right, so we didn't even get the purple there. We're just gonna set the green. I can't be asked to do another lap or two. So, right, that's okay. I'm not too disheartened by that. Don't worry.
Quick look at the classification at the end
yeah.
of the session then. Here
So, we're looking good, I would say. We're looking up, but have to be a bit wary of McLaren, but then they did set their laps, obviously, I presume, later than us. So, track evolution, you have to take that into account as well. It's everything you have to take into account, trust me. So, yeah, but, yeah, we'll see what things happen in quali. We're trying to, obviously, get another race win around here for our team, you know, because obviously a race win would be brilliant around this circuit for our team, obviously, because this is one of the circuits where obviously our team, this is our home's engine supplies, and this is where Mercedes originated from, so a race win around here would do us good, of course. Not saying it wouldn't do anyone else good, but it looks like, okay, in qualifying, we're going to have a dry qualifying for the first part at least, and a wet race for the first part. So this could be a very interesting then. That's not good though for me because I tend to struggle in the rain. But if we can get our lap in early enough, catch everyone off guard in the dry conditions, then of course we should be fine. So we're going to go straight out there, get that lap out. At least once we've got one lap on our belts, then at least we don't have to worry about the next lap, because obviously that then is an additional lap. So we're going to sort of have to nail this first lap, really. That's what I want to do. Nail this first lap, then have a little bit less pressure in the second lap, because it will maybe rain towards the end of qualifying. So obviously that is something we got to look out for, is the rain coming inbound. Okay. During this session, obviously. It's not something that will be ringing me alarm bells just yet, but certainly be on the radar. As we now plough our way up into top two. Now, we tend to run with more fuel in this first lap for whatever reason around here. So I guess one of them circuits where you can conserve more fuel compared to other circuits. But yeah, nonetheless, that's how it tends to work around here. Burn a bit more fuel. So the car tends to be a bit heavier. But actually I like it heavy around here. Just makes that rear a bit more stable. Which you need, I feel, around here. Stable rear end. Because then that just allows the front around here, I find, to be quite responsive. Alright, out of the final corner. Open up DRS, down into turn one. Literally, give it everything through turn one. That was a very good turn one in my opinion. Then into turn two. Not so good turn two, but it's okay. I'm gonna say, weren't bad. First sector 15.3, so not too bad. Up this straight, brake, too late, way too late, so we're gonna, that's probably this lap out of contention for pole, and we're gonna have to go again. And then, yeah, that's annoying, don't tell me we're gonna have another Silverstone. Oh, I'm just gonna do that so we have a decent first lap sort of thing. We're down anyway in the middle through that hairpin.
You've just put in the fastest lap. Good job.
I've just thought we can go twice. Because it's gonna rain in the race. I'm gonna go twice here. Try and see if we can improve on the second lap automatically. I know this sounds a bit ludicrous. We're gonna see whether or not we can improve. And if so, how much by? So, right now, I'm not going faster. We'll probably go for one more lap after this, see if we can improve on that. Right now, the answer is no. But do seem to be a little bit up. Alright, we're gonna go again. Literally, just gonna try and do a bit of a different tactic here. Might as well. We've got enough fuel. Right. Oh no! Again. Well, we're 4/10 up, so maybe this could turn out to be okay. Of a lap. I don't know. If this works. I think Charles put me off too much. Gonna make some improvement, but not much. Let's try again. I know this just seems a bit ludicrous right now. Surely our tyres are way past their best. They've got to be. Overall, this is gonna... Right, let's go. Right now, P3. I don't think we were going to improve there. So that was actually an okay strategy, I think. Honestly think that sort of worked. Just pumping the laps on one set of tyres, see what we can do. And it sort of worked that. That, I think, was an okay strategy. Practically got in like 3-4 laps there, which wasn't bad, and decent laps. Right. So far though, rain does seem to be holding off, so we are gonna lower the fuel. Don't want to get too comfortable. Gonna lower it to about 3.9, so we're gonna only have the next run about 1 run or less. Obviously, we're gonna go out. No rain is scheduled just yet, which is surprising me. We'll make sure.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Right, see they're saying 30, so we're gonna go now. I think now will be best time.
Clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
So this will be our final lap, ladies and gents. So we will get out, we will get a clean lap, we will get in. Then, but we need a clean lap. And yeah, it's been an okay quali so far. Hasn't been too bad. Not as bad as I thought. but it is going to rain, so effectively what we can do, if we do have enough fuel for 2 laps, we're just going to go for the 2 laps here. Hopefully we won't get caught in traffic on the second lap. So just warming up the tyres. I know it's a very aggressive out lap, but I feel like I want to be aggressive here, because obviously, you know, the more aggressive we can be, the better, the clean lap I reckon we'll get in. I just feel like there's a bit of... There's no need to conserve the tyres, you know, because it is going to rain. So through turn 1. Into turn 2. You can see it is getting darker.
ETA is about 15 minutes.
Right, this lap I think is screwed. Our temp down right now. Could come back, not too sure. This all depends, I think, on this middle sector, or final sector, sorry. It's been an okay final sector. Been a very good final sector actually, 3 temps. We are going to go again, so presume we've got enough fuel. Yeah, we easily do. And we are improving. Quite nicely, actually. So we were much better in the middle this time. We improved by another 2 temps. So I think that should be pole position. We're just going to bring it in now. We now turn down the mixture sort of thing, the fuel mix. Just going to keep have those on a faster lap sway. As we sort of just rest our engine after a session that looks like we're going to secure pole. What a session, actually, kind to think of it. Committed ourselves to quite a few laps there. Overall. Well, our teammate's slowing down anyway, so I think my teammate... Well, I'm blaming that on my teammate. I can't blame that on me, so... Van Dorn and Raikkonen won't get pole. So yeah. Effectively, I think this is the first time we can almost celebrate our first pole position. Should we do some donuts? We'll do a few donuts for the German fans. So yep, we are on pole for then the German Grand Prix. We've done it. There we go. Just celebrated our pole position. That's all we did there.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are Russell, Alonso and Sebastian Vettel.
So there we go.
So that just leaves the race itself.
So we will start from pole position, but it is a wet race. So yeah, this is going to be in a way a bit of an interesting affair sort of thing, because in the past we've not done well in the wet.
Really happy. There's quite a buzz around this team at the moment. What are your thoughts on them?
So obviously,
looks like you had a great qualifying session. It must be a relief being that great.
So brilliant pole position that was, I think, personally. It was a very solid job. Put in quite a few laps though to earn that, pole, because obviously I just didn't feel comfortable 100% in that session, even though the car pace was obviously there. Bit of a different quality the way we went around it, because obviously, obviously we had to basically, go for a few laps so we wouldn't be caught out in the rain and the ever-changing track conditions. Could have probably gone for the 2 laps as usual, but also I wanted to burn up some tyres as well. So right, we're going to start though first, so we can't complain from that anyway, and we'll see what happens obviously. But the last time we had a wet Grand Prix here, actually, we didn't do as bad as we thought. I think the last time I had a wet Grand Prix at this circuit was back or 2 seasons ago, and I think we finished, in a reasonable conditions. We kept it on the track. So yeah, you know what? If we can do that again today, there's no reason why we can't. But it's not going to be easy. We are going to obviously, have to race. Now, there is a chance at the end of a Grand Prix of intermediate conditions, but would it be worth going on to the inters? We're going to only have to see, because obviously, don't get me wrong, it may be dry enough at the end of a Grand Prix, but would it be worth just pitting? Because sometimes the wets do tend to work. We'll just have to see, I think, on the lead we've got. Right, why is it doing this again? Oh, no, it's gone, sort of thing. Right, there we go, let's go. Sometimes it does that basically, you have to take out of the game mode, then sort of,
Make sure to warm up the tyres and brakes. Warm the tyres and brakes throughout the lap.
Still. So, here we go then, for the very, very wet, oh, bit of game freeze there. Very, very wet German Grand Prix. Alonso starting in second. Our championship rival so far for this season, alongside Valtteri Bottas, obviously. Vettel starting third. Fourth is my teammate, who's only a little bit behind me. Not much, but enough.
This downpour will last for another 10 minutes. Then we expect conditions will transition to light rain.
So obviously, quite a lot been disqualified so far. Just seeing, because obviously that gonna have to bunch these lot up here. We don't want to be sat on the grid for too long. Just obviously Warming up tyres, or trying to. Alright. Oh, look how far that one car is. Alright, let's line up then. The only thing is, we've actually probably got a worse position than Alonso. We've got that start-finish line, and we're probably going to get a bit of wheel spin off that. So do I just instantly go right, try and cover Alonso, let Vettel through? I think so. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, that didn't work. Well, that did. And we're leading the Grand Prix anyway. And Alonso's been more or less demoted down to God knows where. As we fight with Verstappen, I really don't care if Verstappen goes through. I'm just going to be smart in this race and play the long game. I know that may sound like me probably being a bit of a wimp, if that makes sense, and trying to be tactical, but honestly, what's the point in fighting with a car that obviously ain't at the moment in the championship battle?
Okay, we're through the start phase. Now let's
Make sure we secure this result rather than go after a result we can't get. Prefer to do that than get the Verstappen. In a way, we caused that first corner incident slightly, or a bit of that first corner chaos, because obviously we did go wide, but good news is it does look like we do have the pace. We did just do fastest final sector of anyone, faster than the Verstappen, and the Verstappen did do fastest lap. Obviously, in these early laps, you can't really tell though too much, because obviously sometimes it can be a bit tricky working out the pace of each car. But so far, looks reasonable. Our pace doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look bad at all. So far, we're keeping up with Verstappen quite nicely. Bit of slide there. That's okay. I'm not quite doing fast this lap. Thought we could have gone faster. Obviously, it is going to get drier throughout this Grand Prix. So it is about judging whether or not it's worth taking a set of inters at any one point, or whether just best to stick with the wets. We're right now on the back of Verstappen's tail.
We're expecting the rain to get better in around 5 minutes. Light rain in 5 minutes' time. teammate by 3.5 seconds.
See, the thing is, if we do pit ever in this race, we just have to weigh up the costs of what it'd be for others around us to pit. Unless we just do a copy-paste strategy, where we copy whoever's leading. But then, if we do that as well, we may get also... how can you put it? May just get
The energy store is getting
caught
reducing
by
our
those who do
capacity. The more charge you
something
hold,
maybe a
the
bit
faster
more
that capacity will
adventurous. Right now it is seeming drier. Verstappen's getting away a little bit right now. So yeah, Verstappen looking now at this moment in the race slightly stronger. And maybe his track just getting slightly drier as well. Lap 5. We're not doing any fastest laps yet, but we are certainly keeping up with Verstappen, which is nice. When we do that all race long, is the issue. We're going on this wetter line here to keep tyres cool. Can start now, see a dry line develop.
I definitely think we need to stay on this tyre a bit longer, but there's no question that the track is drying. We might be in a position to change soon.
If this is as quick as that last lap, that is, I believe, the first fastest lap we've done so far today. But now it's all about finding a way past. It's easy to catch right now, but it ain't easy to pass. We'll have a look fuel-wise. I think we might just have a bid. As we now getting ever so close to the back of Verstappen. Gonna go down the inside. Hang Verstappen out to dry.
Nice work, that brings you up a place.
There you go. That's us in the lead of the German Grand Prix. We've now got a clear track in front of us, really. And we do have extra fuel on board. So far, this is now turning into quite a nice Grand Prix for us, overall. Got about almost a 2-second lead over Raikkonen. So Track is drying, but not drying fast enough, unfortunately. I don't think. Feel like this is easy doable in the wets. Not worth losing 20 seconds. Built up a nice lead. I think obviously I would probably pit, or if there was a safety car or something. We are getting a bit of sliding right now, but it's not worth pitting just yet. Harley's out of race. So that's 2 Toro Rossos gone. Must be mechanical. Unless they've crashed.
Yellow flag. The track is clear. Green flag.
Oh dear, no! We've gone off slightly. We're gonna have to regain our composure. Luckily we we held it. Didn't lose too much, but lost enough. Lost about basically our lead to
You're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
lost basically our lead to Raikkonen. Weren't bad though, like overall. At least we secured it, the car, sort of thing. This is definitely now the crossover point for the Inters, but the thing is, if we stay out, we could also get these to the end of the road, driving defensively. Right, let's not make the same mistake. That's it.
Gap to teammate
Made
behind
another
is
mistake on the
3.5
entrance
seconds.
there, sort of thing. Hitting the gravel. Starting to struggle now due to the fact the weather is sort of changing. We're sort of all on the wrong tyres. But it's just not worth it pitting, I don't think. Because at the end of the day, you're just not going to gain enough of time to make up for what you lose. You'd only make up right now on a track like this
Showing small signs of wear. Power output will be down.
maximum of a few seconds per lap. So far though, we're driving okay. Not driving bad in these conditions, because these conditions are slight driving, probably wrong tyre on a bit of oil, if that makes sense. Right now, that's why the car feels more slidey.
position. They should last a while yet, so don't worry about them.
Sorry about the lack of commentary, but
A new strategy is available
this
on the
is
MFD.
quite horrible right now.
That confirmed.
Because obviously we're literally driving on full wet tyres. Alright, is anyone coming in? Yes, a whole bunch of them's coming in. Oh no, not a whole bunch, I think just Raikkonen. So, right, Raikkonen will be going for inters. I can almost guarantee that, and Verstappen's going for the lead of the Grand Prix. What an idiot.
Okay, I reckon we can probably get away with intermediate tyres now. You're going to find it harder and harder to keep the wets cool from here, but the inters should be easier. Be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Verstappen bleming banging my front wing, causing the injury. Right, Raikkonen will come back. He'll probably catch us with 1 lap to go, I say. Maybe 2 laps. Depending on how fast we can drive. I feel like the others behind us can probably go a lot quicker. But we're just driving quite defensively right now.
Other teams are fitting intermediate tyres. It might be worth considering changing yours too.
We're gonna go straight to the end on these tyres. Will anyone else pit? No. So, us 5 or 4 keep going round as we plow on, really, with this 0 stop race. So Vettel doing fastest lap. Even though Vettel must be way behind, because that just came up. He must be at least half a lap behind. So you can see Raikkonen is gaining, but he hasn't gained by much. It's probably about 11 seconds. Now that is Verstappen in.
1.9 seconds.
So Verstappen doing something else. Clearly he feels that it's time for inters, but he's gonna come out way behind Kimi Raikkonen. And that's why I'm not gonna pit, because it'd be basically suicide right now. And Vettel's out of a race. So, God knows what's happened to Vettel. That's the second time he's retired at the German Grand Prix. Now Verstappen surprisingly didn't come out that far behind. Oh, what an idiot. That's our front wing basically gone.
That's us down the place.
Might as well blemmin' give it back to him what he blemmin' gave us. So he gets in front of us. Then he basically decides to brake check me. What a clever idiot. Honestly. What are we doing? Racing or ping pong? Literally. Like, I know that's a very acute angle going into turn one, but you don't brake check someone. It's just best you run out wide onto the curb, and if you can't keep your place, then don't overtake there. Simple as. Whereas now I've got front wing to not only my right side, but also to my left, and the understeer is unreal. If we were going to lose a place before, I think we're definitely giving this to Raikkonen now. Almost.
We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes.
Unless we can keep for 2 more laps. Well, he's still got to go ahead of like Bottas, but it's going to be close. And then I think we also took out Alonso accidentally during that. So a bit sorry about to Alonso, because obviously not really the way you want that to end. Oh well. So far we've done good so far. I think we've raced fair and clean, sort of. So right now Raikkonen's strategy has paid off a little bit, but he's still got to get through us 3. Now I'm not giving up my position without a fight. I don't think Bottas will give up his position easily. But then will he need a fight? And then you got Verstappen also coming through. Right, I think we just go slow as possibly dare through this part. Keep them away as much as possible. I think that would be a good idea. Oh no, the understeer.
This is your final lap of the race.
This is just horrible. We're trying to control the pace of the cars behind, but so far it's working.
Of fuel remaining.
So Raikkonen is past my teammate. It looks like though he's going to have a lot more work to get past Ricciardo and I, because Ricciardo and I are in the final sector now. As I am just coming around these final few corners so gently, trying to not make a mistake, not let anyone through. And we will win another Grand Prix, I believe, in Germany. And actually, I'm gonna say that was a very, very good race win. We controlled that race, despite the damage we had to the front wing, despite maybe a few bit of contact. The only thing that was fair, they gave me a bit of contact, so I gave them a bit of contact, sort of thing. Got brake checked, plus Verstappen hit me on my inside, so yeah. To obviously win that Grand Prix, that was, I think, a very successful race overall. And to get 25 points, there we go. So yeah, that was a decent result, I believe. Verstappen coming home, I think it was 4th. So my teammate must have came home 5th. And then, so I think that was quite decent. Our strategy worked, which was good. Like, don't get me wrong, Raikkonen did come through, but then I also feel like he wouldn't have caught us also if it wasn't for Ricciardo and his brake checking. You know, because that really gave me a lot of understeer in that final 3 laps really, so yeah. Otherwise, it was a very, very good Grand Prix. Obviously, I don't think we set the fastest lap, but nonetheless. So, the gap is now back to 10 points, by the way, in the Drivers' Championship. So we're just gonna sort of recap what happened then there. So, we had an okay start. We were very, very aggressive off the line. Wow, just have a look how aggressive. Alonso. Wow, Alonso must have thought, what's this maniac doing? Then there was this moment here. Now, Alonso just went wide. He didn't... I guess it was partially because of us, but he didn't even slow down for the corner. Luckily, look how close... well, actually, no. Sorry, there's Vettel. Vettel got pushed out wide. What actually happened to Vettel? So, basically got killed. In that back of grid, basically, so yeah. Oh, sorry about this, if it's causing you motion sickness. Now, when did we overtake Raikkonen? Oh yeah, it was on this first lap. Now, I think this was a very good overtake, actually, on Raikkonen. It's quite decent. Down the inside. It was clean. It was good. Pretty nice, I think. Simple. I think that was probably key to catching Verstappen actually here. We actually did have a good pace in these wet conditions. Like, car was a bit twitchy at the start of this stint, but otherwise it was very, very good. Oh, sorry if I'm just speeding up, but yeah, it was pretty decent overall. Obviously, just speeding up, we're not watching full racing full. I'm just saying some key moments in the race, obviously. And this was really where we started to really make inbounds on Verstappen, but then we started to also go backwards at this stage as well. Because obviously, for whatever reason on the next lap, I think we just went backwards somehow. You know, didn't put in as good as a lap. I think you can actually probably see from this view where we once were. We're no longer. But yeah, we were pretty decent overall. So at that point, I thought maybe Verstappen was just playing with me, you know, sort of thing. If you know, he was pacing himself, and now he decided. But then I started to come back, I think, on this lap again, and I realised no, Verstappen wasn't pacing. Maybe we just put up a poor lap then on that last lap, so posed an even faster lap this time. And I think this was almost where we overtook. I can't remember. I think we overtook Verstappen down the next straight, if I'm correct. Because I remember we were close enough here, I felt. So got a good run through here, and then I put it up into Rich, of what I remember. And this was probably the key move that won us the race today. This key move here, as you can see, overtaking Verstappen, quite nice, controlled, hanged Verstappen out to dry, kept our line nice and neat, and off into the distance. But then we did have, well, we did pull out a gap of our own. I think we got our actual lead to was about 1.4 or 1.3, something like that. So I actually did pull out a lead. So we didn't just, you know, get in front and defend all the way to the checkered flag. As you'll see, because actually you can probably see from, say this camera, you can see we did probably have a bit of a lead to Verstappen, probably here. You can actually see what I mean, we do have a bit of a lead over Verstappen. Don't get me wrong, it didn't grow to anything insane, but we did have a good lead. And then obviously we did make a mistake, and in a way that, I think responding to them two mistakes were probably key actually, and obviously responding and defending twice in that race was probably key to winning the race. I think we had a mistake on this lap if I'm correct, so we came through here. Let's have a look. Was it here where we had our mistake? Yeah, it was. Basically car just slides actually. Let's just have a look though what actually happened. So get in nicely, nothing wrong, and just, yeah, I don't know whether, did we accelerate? Let's listen. I don't know whether we accelerated and maybe that led to a mistake. You can see the car sliding, had to counter steer it, and I thought at that moment we were probably in a bit of trouble. Actually did go into the gravel. Luckily we slowed it down enough and recovered it, but you can just see how much that mistake probably cost us. Then you really see probably cost us quite a bit of time, bunched really us top 5 up. Then we made another mistake, I believe it was here on the exit, maybe on the next lap or 2 laps time, but we did build out another lead I think to about a second or something after that mistake, of what I'm aware, roughly. So it's not like we let the mistake affect us, you know, too much. As you can see, I think you can actually see we did pull out a nice lead again. But then, I think it was here, yeah it was here, we just clipped the gravel, and you can actually see what I mean, clipped the gravel, slowed us down again, and that put Verstappen again back in the clutches of us then. And this was really when the track was drying up. And you really tell, track really drying. Then the next key moment in this race, I would have to say, would actually have to be defending against Verstappen. Now, I think it was a fair manoeuvre, personally. I honestly don't think it was unfair, because obviously Verstappen came down my inside. I felt like I had enough, you know, to warrant defending the way I did. I did leave him room. Was it there? I didn't even know he came. Oh yeah, I made another mistake. I forgot about that mistake, actually. So I made a mistake there as well. I think I defended fair here. I don't think there was any contact, was there? Let's have a look. Any contact? I don't think there was any... Maybe a little touch, but there was nothing that I don't think affected us in general. That really affected racing. Verstappen. So, obviously, I think this lap is where Verstappen tries to go down. Now, let's just have a look. So, Verstappen does go to the inside. So, I was aware he was there, and I did know he was there. But, you know, of what I can see, like, he wasn't even turning in. He should have been probably turning in. He didn't have a car slowed down, in my opinion. And, yeah, look. At the end of the day, he should realise we're there. He just opens up the steering as if we're not there. And then you can see now he's realised, the game's realised, that we are there. And basically, wallop. There goes a part of our front wing. Bit of our end plate. What part of the end plate went though? I want to have a quick look. Doesn't really show what part of our end plate win, but yeah. Obviously it did cost us. So what I did there, I just pushed him out onto this grass. I think that was more than fair. He caused me damage. Okay. I think it's more than fair to push someone out, you know, teach them a lesson. Because at the end of the day, you know, and he didn't lose too much time. It didn't cost him any position. And I think that's probably even more fair then. Like, also then he tried, I remember this one. He tried going down the inside. This was pretty crazy what he tried there, I think, personally. Bit mad, Verstappen is. Bit like his character in real life, I guess. You know, as a driver. Right, then carrying on to the next few laps. Now this was where I think Raikkonen just pitted a one away onto the inters at this stage. And then for quite a few laps we were just really copy-paste, defending against everyone else. As I said, the strategy was just copy-paste Verstappen more or less, even though it eventually turned in copy-paste Ricciardo. And I think it just happened then a minute ago. He went in, didn't even spot it in that speed cam. But then this was really right. Let's just have a look though at this bit here. Like, I think personally, Ricciardo, yes, whilst he had probably the rights to go down the inside, but he did make a bit of a fuck up of it. Right, let's have a look. So again, I did know he was there, so I wasn't aware. Goes down the inside. Why couldn't he just keep turning? Like, he opens up the steering now, I think. Or now. And so slow. I ended the day, I wasn't expecting him to literally... Did he brake, though? Like, let's have a look how much speed he lost. So, going into the corner, I was doing 136, okay? Ricciardo, 144. He loses... We are down to 108. He's down to about 100. So we're still on 101. He's actually now slower than me through the corner by almost 10 miles per hour. Wow. So that's how slow Ricciardo was going. And bang, because I was going much faster by probably 10 miles per hour. We were doing about 95. He was doing about 87. So about 10 miles per hour, bang, there goes our front wing again. And personally, like, I was a bit miffed at that, because obviously we did nothing wrong, I personally feel. So, yeah, in a way, oh, we only just touched Alonso. That spent Alonso for spins. Didn't mean to, but yeah, still. It was a good race overall, and that was really it. So yeah, any comments now I'll read out, so thank you for leaving. Obviously, please do subscribe, share, like if you're new to the channel as well. Be very much appreciated, so thank you, everyone.
Your day to day. Tell us
Because
about your
obviously,
perspective.
anyone and
Was there really any
anyone and everyone is welcome. Hello, Roy. Thank you for leaving the comment, obviously. Hope you're having a good day, enjoyed the stream. Ugh, was there any competition? I'm just gonna say that, really.
You must be happy with the result today.
Yes, of course. I think really that's what you can say. Of course, it
You performed better
can't
than
be
last weekend.
disappointed.
What changed?
Ooh, what changed? The weather did. I think that's obvious. But mainly probably our driving. But I'm just gonna say, because there's nothing really there to say the truth, so you're just gonna say something.
It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it?
There we go.
Great.
Getting a
Well,
bit of
that's
rep up from the Mercedes team, of course, which is all great in terms of reputation, of course, which we want. We want a good rep with Mercedes, which is great. Thank you, Roy. That's very much appreciated. I'm having not a bad day, of course. You know, going to a wedding this weekend, to be precise. So, gonna have a good weekend, at least. You know. Yeah, thank you, Roy. You know, it's not really you know, the aim to be a top guy, if you know what I mean. As in a big, I presume you mean as in a big YouTuber, I presume. If I'm correct, I'm not too sure, but yeah, you know, obviously, that's what I like, obviously, being a good person, ain't it? If you know what I mean. It's always brilliant. Anyway, let's have a look at the championship, in terms of how things are. So, that's now, how many wins this season? 4 so far. 1 more than Fernando Alonso. Last time in Britain we had a terrible race. Hopefully don't. But, you know, at least we've bounced back in Germany. We had a very good qualifying though. Doing a lot of laps overall. Right, we're going to fit in a new energy store unit. We'll advance to the next race weekend. Hungary, Budapest, obviously. And we'll just select our tyres, and then that'll be the end of today's live stream video. Thank you. Well, yeah. In terms of YouTube, so far it's going okay actually. I've got quite a lot of subscribers so far. Well, 25, but you know, mine. In all honesty, mine would be to get to probably about 1,000 subscribers overall. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, that would be a real achievement, if you know what I mean. Beyond that would be insane.
Okay,
Like, it's probably going to take a few years. See, what I'm
We've
hoping
got
to
one
do,
car
and I'm
ahead
not
of
going to
you.
lie to you, what I hope, because really, I started this career mode quite late. I started this career mode back in December, and the game came out in August. So what I'm going to do for, obviously, F1 2019, hopefully, okay, because already there is quite a few big Formula 1 YouTubers. You got Arav, that Tom Ben guy, or whatever his name, Ben Daly, that's it. Then you got that Tom guy, who does that usually Ferrari career mode. So obviously what I'm going to do, because usually they get priority access to the game, I'm going to start my career mode soon as the game comes out, literally. And obviously then, hopefully, yeah,
I've been in touch with some
we'll
contacts at
catch
Ferrari,
quite a lot
and they think your attitude and results might be a good fit for their
of
team.
subscribers as
We can
well,
talk to
and
them at
new
our
people
next
to our
contract
channel,
review if you're
which would be
interested.
fantastic.
Let's see what kind of offer
You
they
know.
can put on the table.
Right, should we make any upgrades to the car? Probably not. I'm going to wait for a few races before making upgrades. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching the live stream today. Everyone who's watched it, thank you. And see you all next time. Next video will come out on Monday, as obviously this weekend is the Easter Bank Holiday weekend, and there is no Formula 1 action on this weekend as well. And plus I've got other stuff to do. For instance, I'm going to a wedding, which should be exciting. Also on Monday I will be releasing the Azerbaijan Grand Prix preview / modern car versus classic car episode. You know, basically what it is, I take a modern car, put it up against a classic car, and to see what's the difference in terms of time-wise, in terms of handling-wise, and yeah, just to get a comparison for you guys as well. And that'll be the Azerbaijan Grand Prix preview sort of thing as well. In addition to that, I'll be just doing a quick preview to the Azerbaijan, which is the following week. Then on either Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't make any promises, I'll be releasing a new Formula 1 2018 George Russell career mode video. And then on Friday next week, I'll be releasing another George Russell career mode video. And then the following Monday will be as follows, obviously, the Azerbaijan race review. So see you all on Monday for another brand new video. Take it easy, have a good weekend, and have a good Easter if any of you celebrate Easter. See you all next time.